Once upon a time, in a vast savanna where the grass stretched like a golden sea under a sky so blue it seemed to hum, there lived a young zebra named Ziggy. His coat was a dazzling mix of black and white stripes that swirled and danced across his body like a painter's wildest dream. His big, round eyes sparkled with mischief, and his ears twitched at every sound, from the rustle of leaves to the distant roar of a lion. Ziggy lived with his herd near a shimmering waterhole, surrounded by acacia trees with thorny branches and wide, shady leaves. He loved galloping through the tall grass with his friends, feeling the wind whip past his mane, and munching on the sweet, juicy blades that grew thick and green after the rains. But Ziggy was different from the other zebras. He wasn't content to just graze and nap all day. He had a restless spirit that whispered to him about the wonders beyond the horizon. One evening, as the sun sank low, painting the sky with streaks of orange and pink, Ziggy noticed something strange, a soft, silvery glow flickering far in the distance. It wasn't the sun or the moon, but something else, something magical. He tilted his head and watched as the light pulsed faintly, like a heartbeat in the night. "What's that?" he nickered to himself, his hooves pawing the ground. His mother, grazing nearby, lifted her head. "Ziggy, don't go chasing shadows, stay with the herd where it's safe." But Ziggy's curiosity was stronger than his caution, and as the stars began to twinkle overhead, he decided he had to find out what that glow was. With a quiet snort, he slipped away from the herd, his stripes blending into the dusk as he trotted toward the light. The savanna stretched wide and wild around him, full of sounds, the chirp of crickets, the hoot of an owl, the rustle of something small scurrying through the grass. He moved carefully, his hooves sinking into the soft earth, the air warm and thick with the scent of dust and flowers. He didn't know where the glow would lead, but he felt alive, every step a little adventure. After a while, he came to a dry riverbed where the ground cracked like old skin, and there he met a little meerkat named Milo, perched on a rock, scanning the night. "Hey, stripy horse, where you headed?" Milo squeaked, his tail flicking. "I'm Ziggy, and I'm following that silver glow over there," Ziggy replied, nodding toward the horizon. Milo's eyes widened. "That's the Moonflower Valley, I've heard of it. They say it's full of flowers that shine like the moon, but it's far, and there are hyenas out there. Be careful." Ziggy grinned. "Thanks, Milo, want to come along?" Milo hesitated, then scampered down. "Sure, I'll keep watch, let's go." Together they crossed the riverbed, Ziggy's hooves clattering on the stones while Milo darted ahead. The glow grew brighter as they went, guiding them like a lantern in the dark. The savanna was vast, with hills and dips and patches of scrubby bushes. They trotted past a sleeping giraffe, its long neck curled like a question mark, and dodged a porcupine who grumbled at them to keep quiet. Soon, they heard a gentle croaking, and found a frog named Bouncy sitting by a puddle, his green skin gleaming. "Hello, travelers," Bouncy croaked. "Where are you off to?" Ziggy explained about the glow, and Bouncy hopped excitedly. "The Moonflower Valley. I've always wanted to see it. The water there's supposed to be sweet as honey. Can I join you?" Ziggy nodded. The more, the merrier. So Bouncy hopped alongside, his little legs surprisingly quick. The trio moved through the night, the grass whispering secrets as they passed. The glow was closer now, shimmering between two hills. But then a chilling laugh echoed through the air. Hyenas, 3 of them, their eyes glinting as they slunk out of the shadows. "What's this? A zebra, a meerkat, and a frog? Looks like a feast," one cackled. Ziggy froze, his heart pounding, but Milo stood tall. "Run, Ziggy, we'll distract them." Milo and Bouncy zipped around, Milo darting between the hyena's legs, Bouncy leaping onto their noses. Ziggy bolted, his hooves thundering against the ground. He didn't stop until he crested a hill and saw the valley below, a breathtaking sight. Hundreds of flowers glowing like tiny moons, their petals soft and silver, lighting up the night. He turned back, worried for his friends. But soon Milo and Bouncy came tumbling over the hill. Breathless but safe, they gave up chasing us. Milo panted, and Bouncy laughed. I think I got one in the eye. Ziggy nickered with relief. You're amazing. Come on, let's see the flowers. They descended into the valley, the air cool and sweet, the moonflowers swaying gently, their glow casting a dreamy light over everything. Ziggy nibbled one, its taste like starlight and sugar. Milo rolled in the petals, giggling, and Bouncy splashed in a little stream that ran through the valley, its water indeed as sweet as honey. They played and explored, the night wrapping around them like a soft blanket. But as dawn approached, a low growl rumbled from the edge of the valley. A lion stepped out, his mane golden in the flower light. Who dares trespass in my valley? He roared. Ziggy stepped forward, trembling but brave. I'm Ziggy, and these are my friends. We just wanted to see the moonflowers. We don't mean any harm. The lion studied them, then softened. I'm Leo, and I guard this place. You're welcome to stay till sunrise, but then you must go. Ziggy bowed his head. Thank you, Leo. They spent the last hours of night basking in the glow, Leo watching with a quiet smile. As the sky turned pink and gold, Leo nudged them. Time to head home, little ones. Ziggy nodded, and with Milo and Bouncy, he started back, the moonflowers fading behind them. The journey home was long, the savannah waking up with birdsong and the chatter of monkeys. They passed the porcupine again, who waved a quill, and the giraffe, who blinked sleepily. Milo guided them with his sharp eyes, and Bouncy hummed a croaky tune. When Ziggy finally saw the waterhole, his herd grazing peacefully, his heart swelled. He turned to his friends. Thank you for coming with me. Milo grinned. Anytime, Stripey, and Bouncy hopped. Visit my puddle sometime. They parted ways, and Ziggy trotted back to his mother, who nuzzled him. Where have you been, my wild one? Ziggy whinnied. I followed a glow to the Moonflower Valley. I met Milo and Bouncy. We outran hyenas and met a lion named Leo. And I saw flowers that shine like the moon. His mother's eyes widened. You're braver than I thought. But stay close now. Ziggy nodded, curling up beside her, the sun warming his stripes. He closed his eyes, the memory of the glowing valley dancing in his mind. He'd been bold and curious. And though the savannah was big and sometimes scary, he'd found magic in it. The wind sighed through the grass, a lullaby of the wild, and Ziggy drifted to sleep, dreaming of moonflowers and the friends who lit his way. From then on, he stayed with the herd, but every night, when the stars came out, he'd look toward the horizon, a little zebra with a big adventure tucked in his heart, his story rippling through the savannah like the wind itself. Do you still like today's story? If you like, please remember to subscribe to this channel and click the like icon. You can receive notifications and hear the latest stories as soon as possible. Good night, my baby.